Grabbing the beans, opening the beans, draining the beans, put it in the pot, make sure it's hot.
What took you so long? Oh, I got my drink and I changed my outfit. Did you get your keys? Right, yeah, that was the main reason I went upstairs. Okay, hold on. Why are you still up? It's like 2 a.m. My brain likes to do this funny thing where it makes me tired all day, but then at 2 a.m. it tells me, let's conquer the world. What's your favorite movie? Suddenly I've never seen a single movie in my life.
Don't overthink this, look in my eye. Don't be scared, don't be shy. Come on in, the water's fine. You say the ocean's rising like I give a shit.
Being a voice actor and having ADHD has its ups and downs. I'll tend to have to read a script over and over and over and over and over and over again, and still not remember what it says.
I'll be getting directed on what to do, but my mind is in La La Land.
I'm not allowed to have shiny things by me, too.
Feeling down and depressed? Get yourself a leaf blower, honey. This shit changes everything.
Because mental health resources can vary so drastically depending on where you live, the best resource you have is your primary care physician, or whoever you see for your yearly checkups. There's no wrong way to speak to your doctor, but here are some tips on how to effectively do it to get your point across quickly and clearly and minimize the confusion. Start by explaining why this is coming up now. There's no wrong answer, but they do need a timeline. I've been watching these videos recently that have me reconsidering some of my quirks and behaviors as potential symptoms of a neurodivergency. Explain why you believe that you have this neurodivergency. The more data you can give them, the better equipped they are to help you. Here's the specific list of these behaviors, and here's how often they occur. As an adult, they're going to assume that you've had coping skills your entire life. It's important to make sure that they understand that this is a negative impact on your life. These are the following ways they have negatively impacted my life. If you want a diagnosis, they need to understand why. They need to know what you're looking for so they can help treat you. These are the following reasons I believe that getting tested would improve my quality of life. This is why it's important to me. At this point, they should have a good idea of what direction to point you in. What are some steps we can take to figure out what's really going on here? Hope this helps.
Waiting in patience for me, dawn. And I was running far away. Would I run off the wall someday? Nobody knows, nobody knows.
So I always say I don't have any ADHD tips or life hacks, and I actually thought of one. I'm super excited to share with you. So one of my stems is a vocal stem, and it's a very unique sound. I've been making it most of my life, and it goes a little bit like this. Woo, whoop. And if you hear my son, he will copy that sound whenever I make it, because this sound for my family has evolved into like a check system. So if I'm at the park, I can't see my kids, I can just make that noise. Boo, whoop. And I know they're gonna, if everything's going fine, they're gonna give me that sign back. This also works great if you're with a group of people and you guys get separated in a large crowd. Hit them with the boo, whoop, and you can find them instantly. So get yourself a sound, a unique sound. And it helps, guys. It really helps.
1,000 times I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots. I've got no roots. If you do it just the way you like, maybe I could wait for time. Are you?
Guess who's back?
said to me. She said, you're a player, aren't you? And I bet you got hoes. I said, you don't know me like that. I just go with the flow. She said, you can't fool me like that. You're gonna leave me on red. I said, why don't you try me on now?
Here is something that I wish people understood about living with a neurodivergency. It is often exhausting because what is going on with us internally is not always something that we show externally, but everything going on around us externally affects us internally. And even more than that, many of us have been socialized or shamed into hiding or masking those times when our internal processes become external. And that can lead to shame and guilt and embarrassment and fear about expressing what is going on with us internally, making it more difficult for us to take what is internal and make it external. There is no such thing as looking neurodivergent. And the experience of being neurodivergent differs from person to person. The strategies and processes and systems that you use to support one person might hinder another, which is why being able to talk about this stuff matters, which is why being able to express what's going on internally is so important. Support your neurodivergent friends!
ADHD is like blacking out constantly. Anyway, I haven't been happy in years.
ADHD people, little known fact, people who drink water are less likely to be dehydrated. Who would have thunk it?
What did I come in here for?
We find this fucking skull here. It has a full set of teeth.
Ricky here.
And this dumbass goes, you think it's a bird?
Question for ADHDers out there. How difficult is it for you to clean one room at a time? I don't know about you, but what's ever in front of my eyes, I'm going to clean. So if an object doesn't belong in the room, I go to a different room to drop it off and then start cleaning that room. Only to find another object that belongs in a different room and then go to that room and then the cycle continues. Oh, and this is just random, but how often do you spray a surface with the intentions of wiping it down, but then leave the room and forget that you sprayed it? I may or may not be low on Windex because I have to spray it twice. Almost every time.
No, no! Son of a fuck!
Rejection sensitive dysphoria. So this is extreme emotional pain and sensitivity to real or perceived rejection or criticism. So I know what you're going to say. You're going to say that everybody has that. No, not everybody has that. The difference is in the severity of it. People can have a response that looks like a major mood disorder, complete with suicidal ideation. You can have intense rage. In fact, half the people in court-ordered anger management have ADHD. And here's the kicker. Because of that fear of rejection and criticism, sometimes you don't take risks because of that anticipation, and so you get further behind. Rejection sensitivity can be present in almost 100% of cases with ADHD.
You are absolutely right. I purchased this dishwasher to help with ADHD. You can just pour water in the top and it exhausts out the sink. But what I didn't expect it to do is become my only form of meditation I've ever had in my life. It is very calming to watch. In fact, even the walls are.
With ADHD, it's really common for us to find a great routine that helps us and feels good, and then stop doing it for some reason, and then feel like a failure for not doing it, and then have a really hard time getting back into it. We think we should just be able to stay in our routines all the time. And if we take a break, we should just be able to magically restart them without any effort. But we do fall out of them, and coming back does take effort. It's like meditation. Stay with me for a second. We want meditation to mean that we're going to stay in the present moment with no distractions. But that's not realistic. So meditation instructors teach us that it's okay for thoughts to come up. The muscle we're building is our ability to notice we're distracted and come back from it, over and over and over again. Build the muscle of coming back to your routines, over and over and over again. And maybe also make those routines a little more easy and fun each time.
Being somebody who's a neurodivergent can be tiring. It can be downright exhausting. And there are days when you feel like you are absolutely alone. I'm here to remind you that you're not. You are not alone. You are seen, you are heard, and you are valid.